Make sure your heater's ready for the cold weather. Get a system checkup today for only $49 and get $50 in Premier Bucks to be used towards your next repair. Premier Heating and Air offers free second opinions, so call today and experience the Premier difference. Log on to DublinPremierIsHere.com or call 300-2633. Premier Heating and Air is a locally owned and operated company. Certain restrictions may apply. Specials cannot be combined with other offers. Offer ends 11/30/24.
Welcome to the 2024 West Orange Football Coaches Show. I'm Tyler Rogers here with Coach Kip Burdett. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good this morning. A little tired, but it's a good feeling this morning.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look, we're sitting here, I guess, at week 10. It seems like just yesterday, we were doing, I guess it was after the East Lawrence game. It really shows kind of how fast the season goes. But, we're sitting here for a great regular season, man. Finished the regular season at 8-2. Real quick, man, just kind of off of that, well, what's kind of your synopsis and analysis, whatever, after a regular season 8-2 finish?
Well, really pleased with the results, and this has been a fun group to coach this year, and we all felt like the improvement was coming, and didn't know to what degree. I know we were getting to a different region, didn't have a lot of knowledge of the opponents and that sort of thing, but really pleased with our growth. I think we've gotten a lot better both sides of the ball. Kicking game's been better. We've done everything better, and stat wise we're way better. And I don't have all of that information, but we did everything a little bit better this year, and everybody's a little older, and just starting to turn a corner, and the kids believe and they expect to win. So that's just been the biggest thing going the last couple of years. There's been a lot of bumps and bruises, but even last year you could kind of feel it like, that it was about to turn. Like the kids believed that it was going to turn. They believed they could win. Didn't quite get over that hump last year, but you're seeing it this year. I think the fruits of the labor from the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think that's a testament, to you and the staff and then the guys for continuing to buy in. It starts obviously in the weight room, and guys are going obviously a lot bigger and stronger. We talked about that at the beginning of the season. And I think the biggest thing for you guys is, being able to get wins is taking care of the football. Like, y'all have done a really good job this year of winning the turnover battle, and that's both sides of the ball. Real quick, we're going to kind of touch on West Side. We had obviously the big win we're going to really dive into in a few minutes. But the West Side game last Thursday didn't, come out or turn out the way that we wanted it to. But like we kind of talked before we got on air, it was just kind of a weird night. You got Halloween going on, and you're having to go up to Augusta on a Thursday, and everything was just kind of weird. So just kind of give us kind of like, a replay of what happened last Thursday.
Well, first off, like what you alluded to is you got to take care of the football. I think we were, it's been such a blur, but I think they were 3. We were -3 in the turnover against West Side. And we had some big plays called back. Just all the day that we were in a short week, and the whole region had to play on Thursday. But we're playing in Augusta at 6 o'clock, so it was hard for our fans to get over there in time for the game. So there was a few parents there. Our band didn't go. It was just a dead atmosphere. I could kind of tell in warm-ups that you just kind of get a bad feeling, and I don't like getting those feelings, but you got a feeling that you just weren't quite ready to play, and we weren't, and we had some things going, and we actually played, after I would say 2 weeks of kind of not playing well on defense. We did play pretty good on defense. We actually played okay on offense. We turned it over a couple times and had some big plays called back, but some things go differently with some penalties and that sort of thing. I think you're talking about a different football game. But, you really like to have that one back. But that just goes to show you, like last night, it was a Tuesday night, and I know we're going to get into the Baldwin game in a minute, but, we had you looked up after the warm-ups, and the game did start early, and it's election night and all that kind of stuff, but, our fans trickled on in, and you look over there on that visitor side, there's a bunch of blue over there. Our band got there, albeit late, but they got there.
They were there.
It makes a difference. Like I'm telling you, these kids need that. Like they need the support. They need people to show up. They need the noise of the band. They need all that, and that's a big deal. So I appreciate the fans for showing up last night. And I appreciate the band for getting there last night, because it did make a huge difference. And then once we started, that momentum started flipping. Like that was a big part of it. I think we had more fans there than Baldwin did. And I'm not gonna get on the soapbox about challenging fans like Kirby Smart does or whatever. But like I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference when people get on their feet and cheer. It makes a huge difference when the band's there playing our little third down music, and playing the fight song when we run out of the banner, and playing the fight song after we score touchdowns. That means a lot to those kids. And you look at after the game last night and how emotional they were. Where did they go right there? They went right over there to our visitor side,
yep.
and they were right there in front of the band and right there in front of those parents and fans. And that's a big deal to those kids, for somebody to witness that for them and pull them along. So I hope if anybody watching TV 35, we are probably going on the road next week unless things change. We need you there. Like we need people there. We need the band there. We need everybody there. So that's my little.
Look, listen, I'm in complete agreement with you. I know we've talked multiple times on the air. There's big time or big situations during the game, or third longs or whatever, and there's times where we do have our fans that are at times it feels like they're not into the game at times. So I think it's completely valid. Again, it's big. We got a chance to go into the playoffs, or we know we're going to the playoffs next week, and maybe something great happens where we do get to host. And if we do get to host, we need everybody here and make sure that we're into the game and locked into it. But I think you're spot on with what you said right there. So,
well, I think we got some moms that are kind of trying to get the noisemaker thing going.
Yeah.
Candace Williams and Angela Howell and a couple other parents they've talked about it. But noisemakers are legal so long as they don't have the kazoo horns or whatever,
right,
the thing they use in South Africa or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But you can't have those. But you can, or a whistle or anything like that. But you can use all the noise. We need all the noise we can get. So. If anybody wants to get on board with that, you can talk to those parents and get ready to go. But, if we got to go on the road, we need as many people to show up as possible.
Man, heck, we'll give it the Mississippi State Cowbells, man. We'll take anything that we can get. Well, you already kind of alluded to the Baldwin game last night, man. So I know I wasn't able to go, but I watched the film this morning during a little bit of my first period, man, and it looked, from the standpoint, it looked like we dominated physically. It looked like a couple of times that we got, especially on the offensive side, we came in that little too tight look, and it was a lot of power football, and we made really good adjustments on the defensive it of the ball, man. It looks like we played a really solid football game. So kind of just talk about that.
Well, that's what we told the kids after the game. Like that wasn't like we just barely snuck by. Like we ended up whipping their hind ends.
That's
so,
right.
That's just a testament with this style of football. We are capable of playing when we do right, and we played physical on the defensive side of the ball. Had a little bit of a change and shuffle in the lineup right there at the last minute, but I think it might be our best lineup that we've had. Shannon Atkins played on the defensive front, absolutely played well. Played good on the front. We played clean football. The things that got us, we ended up coming back and fixing. Played really, shut them out in the second half. They didn't. We had 2 4-and-out, or not 4-and-outs. We still had 2 fourth-down stops, a 3-and-out, and an interception. So 4 possessions in the second half. And I got that on my little note sheet right here. But that's huge, man. We hadn't played great in the third quarter this year.
That's right.
And we come out and get that big stop in the third quarter on a short field, because we had a face mask on the kickoff that got us down there it was right at the 50-yard line. So they're right there. They're in 4-down territory there, and big stop right there. And then we absolutely. We took that after them turning over on downs, and we absolutely shredded them going back. And that's what you got to do. You play complementary football. You don't turn it over. And we did have a turnover. It was on a 4th down, so it would have been a turnover on downs anyway. So you got to count it. But at the same time, it really didn't hurt you too bad. But we played clean football. We played complementary football. We played pretty good on special teams. We had a fake punt that hit.
Yeah, I saw that like that.
And might have scored if it had been executed a little better, but had a fake punt that hit, and roughing the kicker that J.D. Hogan played off pretty good, and that kept it going right there, and we were able to knee on the game and win it. But really really good complimentary football last night, and physical. Yep. I think it's a team that had kind of bullied most of our region other than Harlem, and they didn't bully us. So that's a testament to our lines of scrimmage and our backs and our short backs, as we call them, that get in there and doing the dirty work. But proud of our guys, man. That was a really, really big win.
Yeah, it's a huge win, especially anytime you get a region win, but especially playing Baldwin. I know that's a team that we have, struggled with the past couple of years playing them. So I think maybe somebody said it was like the first time that we've beaten Baldwin. It would be 5-6 years, or like 5-6 meetings, or
It's
something.
the first time ever we've beat them at Baldwin.
Right. So
that was big for our kids and just our program,
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, like I said, because Baldwin is a team that, honestly, they gave Harlem everything they wanted. I think it's the team that beat Westside, and so the two teams that beat us, and we go up there and then handle business. I think a lot of credit too, it goes to the staff as a whole, but shout out to Coach Janufka, man, the special teams. Obviously you alluded to the fake punt, but I think changing kickoff, like you've alluded to multiple times throughout the year, and Ty, man, they set that wedge up last night, looked really good. So the special teams has done great. He said offensively they've been able to be extremely physical, but Kaysen, I think Kaysen had a long ball. Was it late?
Yeah,
something like that.
It was Daniel Lisby.
Yeah.
So it was a big play.
I think Lisby's had what was it, 2 touchdowns on the year? Like, good for him, man. He was. Yep. He's somebody that you kind of look at. He's usually been a big guy, in the backfield blocking things like that. So good to reward him. So talk about. I know you don't have stats or anything like that, but you kind of alluded to talking about Shannon. But what were some other guys that really stood out to you last night?
Well, Justin Blash, was he was in a little bit of trouble last week, and I'm not trying to tell his business on the air or anything, but really redeemed himself, came back and played really well. He has a chance to be a good football player.
Yeah.
Like I said, Shannon played really good up front. Max Chapin's playing good up front. Keith Walker had some good stops, big tackles for loss last night. Jace Blash has some big plays. He gave up the little slant on the RPO for the first touchdown, and you're like, wow, is it going to be that kind of night, And then he got Jace. Jace is mature, and he's steadily done a really, really good job for us this year. And, Jace, if you know Jace, he's kind of a quiet guy, but he's kind of like our quarterback back there. He gets us in the right calls and all that kind of stuff. And then once you get Jace on something one time, he's going to remember it, and you're not going to get him again. But he came out of the top on some speed sweeps and some they threw a little arrow pass where they cracked on our dog, and he made it right a few times. And just making plays and getting people on the dirt and making them snap it again is huge. Leroy Mack kind of came in from a reserve role and played the whole game at Mike, and then Jaden Watkins moved from his weak side linebacker spot to a strong side and played pretty good. And just really good job out of those guys. And I think Jaden Stanley has had a really good game, and he had some really physical tackle. They ran a little a bubble screen over there. He made a really good play on, and they caught a ball on him, but he was in really good coverage. Javon Hill with the big pick. You know what I mean? The pretty much to seal the deal of the night. And they had a little step on us right there, and he ends up making a really, really good play on the ball. And we were able to run it out right there after they had to use all their timeouts, and we get we go out there, we get the fourth down, and we get the roughing the kicker and get a first down. We take a knee and get out of there. But offensively, I think this is 2 weeks in a row, and now we didn't benefit off of it, but I think our offensive line played good last week. And we've got about 6 guys that are playing up there, and more if you include our heavy package that we run. And they kind of asserted themselves last night against a front that's probably the best in the region. And that is 36 and the nose guard right there, and really fast, really athletic defense. But they had been bullying people up front, and they did. Like I said, we handled our business up there. Ty, of course, had a big night. Kaysen had some good throws. Really Daniel Lisby with the big play, and just a big night for our guys, and team effort. You spread it around a little bit. Brandon Brooks had a couple catches and a couple touches, and then did one thing. I think he can be our guy on some of the read stuff that we're doing with Ty. Like he could punish some people, because when people load up on Ty, now you turn him loose, he can go.
That's right.
So I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. I'm pretty fresh on my mind from just a few hours ago. It feels like, but
yeah. It was, I know there's it's a long. I mean, obviously it was good. The game was at 6 o'clock, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, it's late. It's still a late night getting home and doing all those things.
But it's hard to go to sleep after a win like that too. So.
That's right. That's right. You got everything's gassed up and ready to go. But again, man, big credit to you guys because I mean, coming off last Thursday, you know, morale probably wasn't the highest, and then you guys were able to rally the troops, man, to get a big win on the road. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come right back, Coach Brett's going to have highlights from last night.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin & Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin & Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios, but they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Georgia Pools is now your authorized RecTech dealer. Summer's here and the temperature's rising, so make a big splash with friends and family now with a pool from Georgia Pools. Or relax in a luxurious hot tub or sauna. No down payments and easy financing. Don't wait a year for your pool. Georgia Pools has the manpower to get the job done. Georgia Pools has a large selection of pool chemicals and accessories. Come see our selection of Yeti coolers, tumblers, cups, and more. Call Georgia Pools today at 478-275-3607 or come by and see us at 1201 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin. Georgia Pools, your authorized RecTech dealer.
All right, we're back right here. Coach Burdett's going to have some highlights from last night's game.
All right, so opening kickoff. I got to change some up on the coin toss or something. I gotta get somebody. We ain't won a coin toss in a while, but it's a big kickoff return. You know, we started the game on offense, but Jace Blash, who plays safety for us, had a really big return out past the 50-yard line. We ended up not getting much out of that drive, but it helped us with field position right there. Big return out of him, and then they scored pretty quick on the ensuing drive, and then they kick it off. You know how kickers are. You try to tell them to kick it not wherever, but you know, they kick it to number 3, and he makes them pay for it. So this kind of got our momentum going, I believe. Makes the kicker. That's a really nasty move on the kicker right there.
Did get lost for a little bit.
So we play really good defense, and then this is the play I was talking about earlier with Jaden Stanley. You know, slipping the blocker, and then you know he's a sophomore. He's a little slight in size and stature, but you know he's really headsy, really smart player, and this is a good play for a loss on the screen right here. And then you know they're running like a little option RPO scheme. They got the running play going the other way. This is John Tavis Kellum. We bring in stunt with him off the edge right here, and we force this throw. It ends up not getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's a grounding, which backs him up a little bit, but it's a good play by him. And then they're backed up in their own territory. They're just trying to get it off the goal line. We got another stop for no gain. All right, then next drive, if we give them a little bit of, we put it on them and get them like, this is a little fake punt. We've been working on all year. We had never run it, but we're on the fringe. We're kind of on the plus territory. And, we felt like they were going to be aggressive and try to go get the punt. That's kind of one thing they've done all year. So we try to make them pay for it. We end up getting it right at the sticks, right at the line to gain, and get the first down. So J.D. Hogan to Shannon Atkins, and then, this one ended up like there was a bunch of, and I'm not big on. I don't work the officials very much. It's not really my MO. But, there was no less than 1 million holding calls last night. All of them can't be legitimate. They didn't have that many holding calls that negated big plays. But every time we got a big play, one got called back. But if you can find holding right here.
Yeah, I was going to ask when I was watching that film.
They called it on 57, and I love Trammell, but he's not blocking anybody right here. So I don't know how they can call holding on him. All right, we'll get backed up. Big throw and catch. Case and Pollock on the dig route right here to Javon Hill. He throw and catch. Javon's been dealing with some wrist and hand injuries, but that's a 4th down conversion. We had some big conversions last night that ended up being the difference in the game. But, we get in our heavy package and everything bounces, and you don't want to be one-on-one after he bounces with Ty Cummins. They run a little pin and pull scheme into the boundary right here. It's Keith Walker just absolutely obliterating the center. Another big play by Keith. But you look at the 5 technique over there, Shannon Atkins, and they're doubling right there, and they don't get any kind of movement, which is where he helps you out a little bit. But a really good play, and then we brought a stunt off the outside, and then Keith pretty much demolishes the center and makes a play for a loss. Third and long, they try to run a screen. We get a stop right here, make them punt, get the ball back. This was part of the big drive, and this is an option play. Not gonna get into too many of the specifics of it, but we're reading people, and if they do one thing, we do the other, and we do a good job blocking on the perimeter right here. And this is why I say Brandon Brooks. I wish he would have just finished the play and got the sticks. And but this is a really good play, and Ty's reading somebody. He hands it off, and we got a good, well executed play. Well, we went forward on fourth down, and I'm naturally conservative by nature. Been a defensive coach most of my career, and I play a little close to the vest most of the time. But I felt like we could get it, and might be the difference. And I said the conversions were a big difference in the game. We went fake punt and got it. We were on our own territory on our own 45 and got it right here. I think sometimes you got to do it, and I was glad we were able to convert. And then, a testament to Baldwin that some of these plays are blocked well, and they are athletic enough to shoestring Ty and get him on the ground after 6 or 8 yards, where maybe a less athletic team, those might be 25, 30-yard gains. So that is, they are a good football team. In college, you say that they're on scholarship too, but nobody's on scholarship in high school. Big conversion on third down right here to keep the chains moving. This was a long, long drive. We ate up a lot of clock. Nice throw and catch. Case and Pollock to Brandon Brooks. Back to a third down. Converted. It's a good down block. You see Jackson Marion. The kick, Daniel Lisby right here, just staying tight, and Jakaris Parker. Tough yardage. Sometimes it's a little ugly. Everything's not going to be house calls all the time. You got to get the tough yardage. It's Shannon Atkins coming over to the offensive side and getting a few on first down. Another throw and catch. Case and Pollock, Brandon Brooks. we ended up turning it over on downs down there. They run a little pin and pull right here and lead with the back. Got John Tavius Kellum making a good play. Jaden Watkins scraping and just moving like he's with confidence and knowing what he's doing. Leroy Mack running to the ball. Max Chafin is absolutely whipping people. That's a football play by Max right there. They run a little, and I don't know how legal this is, but they're cracking and running like off a run fake, and slipping the sniffer back out there on the arrow, and that's the one thing we did practice in the 2.5 days that we practiced getting ready for this game. Is if we get a crack out of the slot, then the safety's got to replace, and this is just beautiful by Jace Blash right there.
Yeah, he does a really good job readjusting right there, getting downhill and.
He missed a couple once or twice. And Jace does made a lot of good plays, but just did a good job coming out on top and just getting people on the dirt, especially in the second half. And this is another one. He missed this one, but this is a good tackle by Javon Hill.
Well, key thing is look how many white hats you got, or blue hats for going to the football.
Yep, getting to the ball. And that's fine. They can throw their possession passing game and all that. But if we get them on the ground, like in most offenses, you gotta keep executing.
That's right.
Later on in this same drive, they'd run like a buck extra. They got a tackle, a guard, and a backside guard. And if you watch Max right here, he gets a down block, crosses face on it. That's Leroy Mack on the play. That's a really good play. And Leroy's a sophomore, stepped up pretty big last night. And we all know that Leroy can play. And if he'll be an everyday player, like a Monday through Thursday guy, like he could really help us down the stretch right here.
Well, and you're looking too, man, on that defense, other than Kellum, everybody's underclassmen.
And Kellum kind of went out of the game for a little bit, and I think he's going to be fine, but with a little bit of a gimp, if it's an ankle or whatever, but he went out, and Zorian Willis came in.
Right.
And that was everybody out there's an underclassman.
Right.
And with 2 freshmen on the grass, with J.D. Hogan and Max Chafin. Yep. There's Max on the play right here. So you see me, on this drive right here, calling Max's name out several times. Jaden Watkins right here as well. Another option play. Not a great block by Kaysen, but he gets the guy occupied enough to get Ty a chance. And then you look at Trey Williams on this wrap. Really nice play, or the kick. Hudson Haddon on the wrap. But he baptizes this linebacker and give 3 a chance. And this is bogus. We got a call for a block in the back at the end of the run on Jalen Rozier right there. He doesn't even touch the kid. There's a differential tiebreaker in our region that if they will keep their flags in their pocket, we probably hit it, and we will hold all the tiebreakers. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about officiating. They're nice guys. They got day jobs. I get it. Good throw and catch. Brandon Brooks, the corner kind of squatted on him right here, and this is a good job of catching it anyway. Get us in the third and manageable. And we ended up turning over on downs on that drive as well. Pin and pull extra over there into the boundary again. It's Leroy Mack. Keith Walker. Single Keith if you want to, especially with a linebacker coming, because he's so strong and plays with good leverage. And they have a huge offensive line, but their center is a little bit undersized. And he was having a hard time with Keith. Here's Jace again on the same play we talked about earlier. They trying to slip the sniffer back out to the flat.
I think his speed really shows there too, because
he's fast now.
if they're trying to crack and then send somebody up the seam, he's able to play that as well. So
Yep.
it's a good job.
I believe this is the 4th down play. We end up forcing them off the mark. I see Jaden Watkins. Like to see him stay outside right there. But, you know, you got Zorian Willis on the route he's supposed to be on. And you got Leroy Matt right here running, you know, in case the quarterback scrambles right there. We end up getting that stop. That was huge. And then we run our little pin and pull back to the boundary. Case and Pollock with the big block. We stay on right there with Trey. We might have a house call right there. This is after this what I was talking about earlier. We got the stop on 4 downs, and then we turn around and get the possession back. And this is in the 3rd quarter, so it's a big, you know, it's tied 14-14 at this point. It's a big run by Ty. Good blocking up front. I mean, our perimeter blocking's improved. I mean, this just makes you, you know, pleased or happy.
Well, it shows up front too, man. You know, they stem right there before the snap, maybe to get your rolls in and get a hat on the hat.
Well, I think that's one thing that's helped us. Like, you know, we played against teams that jump in and out of stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was probably been some good preparation leading up to this where you don't really know what front. Like, we didn't know what front ARC was going to run. We didn't know what front Aquinas was going to run. So, that was, you know, it's big for us just to be blocking rules. But this is a tug play with Ty right here, you know, a fold play. And we get big yardage on 1st down. It always helps us if we can stay on schedule and not get behind the sticks. And that's every offense, but ours in particular, even though we did have some big ones on 3rd and 4th down. Same pin and pull scheme. We got a hat on a hat. Like that, you can't draw it up any better than that. You get 3 an opportunity with a hat on a hat, he's gonna make you pay. And then, you know, the same option play. Like, you know, if you have to put an extra hat up there to defend Ty, then we'll try to get you a Brandon, and they're rolling their secondary back over here, but still, we got enough people to block them all. Man, big block right there by 12, and that's unselfish. You know, he's a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We put him out there to, you know, just so we don't change personnel coming on and off the field, and they really can't tell like who's playing quarterback or whatever. So, I mean, that's just big team, you know. Big team, little me right there. You know, going out there and blocking in the slot, which really sprang. You know, they always say, you know, the wide receiver blocks are what springs big runs. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. You got everything blocked right up front. You got him blocking the slot. You got Javon out there blocking. Touchdown. Shannon Atkins from the backside on the outside zone. They had a little tail. They go pistol, that's what they're going to run, is outside zone. We got it on the Fox. You're not going to get Jay's Blash on the Fox. And then we get a sack right here on 3rd and 10. Jaden Watkins, big play. Big run. Buck, pin pull, whatever you want to call it. Outside zone into the boundary. Jamidas Brown does a good job setting the edge. You got Shannon Atkins and Justin Blash fitting things up over there. Both of them defeated their blocks and got them on the ground, so we get that stop right there. And now we got a chance. We're up by a score, moving the ball. It's in the 3rd quarter. Good run by Brandon Brooks. He had probably one of his better nights this year. Probably his best night since the Howard game, which was the first region game in September.
Well, I think it was big for him to step up because I think Tyler went down.
Tyler went down. So, but I think Tyler will be back. But
right,
you know,
big for him to step up though in those moments.
To me, this is the play of the night, and you know, kind of embodies like that kind of culture, excitement for teammates. Like, you know, being a true team is Daniel Lisby does everything that he's supposed to do in our program. He lives the right way. You know, he does things the way you want it done. He's a good student, good kid. And then you got a chance, like they're playing man and they get their eyes wrong. And, you know, Daniel's wide open. And I want you to watch our sideline right here and how excited everybody gets. Everybody is so excited for Daniel Lisby and our team. Like, that's just, that makes me feel good about the things that we do and how we do them.
And it speaks, you know, on Case there too. He said, you know, a few plays ago, he's out there blocking on the perimeter. Now he's right there.
There you go. You know,
that's good stuff.
You treat the game right, it treats you right. But this is a huge play for both of those guys. You know what I mean? They do everything you ask them to do. Come back, you know. They have they have a quick strike offense. You know, this probably. I think you know, Harlem held them to 14 points, and you know, they early on they played Perry and north side of Warner Robins, but you know, they got the ability to score quickly, which you know, even though you're up by 2 scores, you never really feel good about it, you know, until you get them on the ground. But we get them some negative plays right here. It's a good job up front, Evan Williams, and this is you know, Justin Blash making, you know, Justin Blash and Zorian Willis making this play right here. They're a little speed sweep right here, and they get a few yards, but you know, you see Jaden Watkins get off a block. You see Jace Blash coming out of the top to make a play. Really good job right there. And we can't, you know, this is impossible to fit everything that everybody does up perfectly all the time, but you gotta get off blocks. You gotta get to the football, like you alluded to earlier. Like a lot of blue hats to the football, and this is you know, we've been Jermidas Brown's our rover, and he's been dealing with some injuries, and you know, so J.D. Hogan's, you know, he stepped up. You know, played a lot last night at Rover, among other things, but this is pin and pull to it from an experienced offense to a freshman into the boundary right here, and you know, gets his nose wet right there. 4th and 14, 15 right here. We force him off the mark. We got him covered up. Sack right there. That's pretty much, you know, pretty much put some stress on them to try to. They got to start forcing the issue now. You got to tell me where you see holding. I don't see it.
Assuming they called it on Case, but that's bad.
I guess, man. I don't know. Ended up having the punt right there, but Jace Blash again. What a job right there. And you know, his job is to make Zorian right there. Zorian needs to do a better job getting off a block, but he makes it right. You know, everything's fine. Look at that speed. Look at that closing speed. Look at him press his angle like he's supposed to, inside out the ball. It's a great play. Screen right here, and this is long yardage, but look, this freshman again. J.D. Hogan coming from the rover spot out of the top of the film right here on the left hash over there. Big play. Big play at a big time in the game. End up stopping them right there. I thought I had the Javon. Yeah. So, I don't know what happened with the interception. I guess I forgot to click on it. But Javon Hill, I think this is the same series that he had the big interception on. But get it back. First down, to which even though we had a penalty after the first down, it's a huge first down because now they got to start burning timeouts. So we get first down, you know, end up running a couple plays, and then, you know, they had to burn their timeouts, and then they used all 3 on this drive. You know, we're to a 4th down right here. And another big play right here. They run into the kicker. and then we're able to just knee on it twice and get out of there. So I hate I missed the interception by Javon, because that was a huge play right there.
We got a lot of good other ones in there, man. So those are really good highlights, man. Appreciate you showing those to us, and then let's get a big win. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You want to know why we ride? Maybe it's because everything looks better with a fresh coat. It's putting on your Sunday best and catching up with old friends. And who doesn't love going into the office? We ride because out here, we can be our true selves, dirt and all. Maybe that's why.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We are a full-line sales and service dealer for Can-Am Off-Road.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
It's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Finish the drill with natural gas. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
Count on the winning team at Farmers State Bank for a complete lineup of banking services to simplify your life. Safe and convenient banking on the go. Choose a debit or credit card for your personal and business account. And count on secure service that guard and protect your spending. At Farmers State Bank, your success is our success. And the team at Farmers State Bank is committed to serving you. Farmers State Bank, Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Matt Hatchett is your District 155 state representative serving all of Lawrence County and supporting all of our high school teams. We hope for each of you a prosperous and successful 2024.
All right, we're back here with Coach Kip Burdett on the West Lawrence High School Football Coaches Show. Again, big win last night. Great regular season. In and out 8-2, and considering where we were at the last couple of years, man. Again, testament to the guys and the staff and the culture you've been able to build up here to get us to where we're at right now. So, going forward, man, we made the playoffs. Big feat for us here. Haven't been to the playoffs in a couple of years, so it's good to get some postseason football. So. I know we don't necessarily know who we're going to be playing yet with the power rankings, and again, we're all still kind of learning and acclimating to that. But right now, at this moment, where are we sitting at? And I know you said earlier there's a good chance we're probably going to be on the road. But if we are able to host, what's that going to look like? And just kind of what is the plan going forward?
Well, like you said, there's a lot of unknowns still there. Right now, as it sits, we are 13th in the state in 3A in power rankings. So that's after entering the game information in Georgia High School. If any of the fans, if you go to the Georgia High School website, it says resources, and you click on for fans, and it'll have postseason ranking formula, PSRF, and it will show you where everybody is. And then I think I finally got it down now, but the the region champs of each of the 8 regions will get 1 through 8. Now, Calvary Day is a region champ, I believe, and they will move to the private school bracket, and so everything will slide up. So whoever the highest power ranked number 2 seed will move into that 8 spot, and then So that means a 3 seed will probably get to move into the 16th spot. So everything just kind of slides up. All the 1s and 2s get shuffled 1 through 8 and 9 through 16.
Right.
And then the next highest power ranked 3 seed and 2 seed will move up, respectively in the 1 through 8 and 9 through 16. So right now we're 13th, but we won't be playing as a 13 seed because we did not win our region, or we're not a 2 seed. Technically, we are tied for second place. Right now, we're sitting at a 3-way tie for second place in the region. West Lawrence, Baldwin, west side of Augusta. So that's why the west side of Augusta loss hurt us last week, because we could be a 2 right now, outright. But for that to happen, and we're still holding on to hopes, if Howard beats West Side on Saturday, then we will be the outright 2 seed. So we're all pulling for Howard. I might put on some crimson or whatever color that is, garnet,
husky gear.
Gear. Go up there Saturday and cheer them on. But we're pulling really hard for Howard. And I think that this could help. If Howard wins that game, there's a chance they could get into the playoffs as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're really pulling for them, and that would be huge for us. I think West Side's a good football team. It's going to be hard to do, but it's not. It's not. I would say likely, but it's possible. So. More than likely, with all the tiebreakers factored in, me and Coach Clayton were trying to figure it out this morning, because Coach Jeff Clayton's our region secretary, and point differential is our tiebreaker. So it's with the 3 teams in the tie. So the best way I understand it, now I may be flawed, is if you take the 3 teams, what the point differential is, I think we're still finishing 4th in that tiebreaker. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. You got to have tiebreakers to figure stuff out like this, but. We're 4th, and we probably one of the highest power ranked 4 seeds in the state. There's not a whole lot of 8 and 2 4 seeds.
That's right.
But with that being said, we'll have to go on the road somewhere. Don't know it, but you can look at it. It's kind of like the instant. They'll do bracketology Saturday night. 8 o'clock is what they say, but I don't think it'll be done by then. And 1s play 32s, 2 plays 31, and 3 plays 30. So that's so on and so forth. And 16s play 17s, and you work your way out. But you can see how the bracket sets up if you look on the Georgia High School website. But more than likely, we're going to go on the road next week, and don't know where yet. Don't know how. Don't know any of the details. But we will know hopefully Saturday night.
Well, I think the big thing is, at the end of the day, what you do know is you're still playing.
Yep, we're still playing. We're playing some bonus football, and that was the goal this year. That's one of the big goals, and. We've kind of steadily been checking off goals, and, that was a big one this year. I would really love to host. I think it'd be big for our community, give all our fans and everybody one more opportunity to get out here and see us at home. I think our kids play better at home. I think they feed off the energy and all that. So, but we got to take Dexter on the road. So, many people that can show up. We'll get information out. But I do challenge the fans to be there. Be ready to go, and I know we'll have another show next week. We can talk more details about where we're going and all that kind of stuff. But looking forward to seeing who we play and getting prepared for them.
Yeah, like again, people at home, if you keep up, I know, let's say, Coach will be putting information out, about what's going to happen. But if you get a chance, Saturday night, Sunday, get on Georgia High School and see how everything shakes up. So maybe you might, beat us before the information gets out there, but see where we're going to be playing. And again, we're going to be cheering for the Huskies. Hopefully they can go up and get a win over Westside Augusta, and so we'll be able to host next week. But again, great regular season, 8-2, getting the opportunity to go to play some postseason football. So it's always good when you're getting to play close to Thanksgiving. So it's good stuff. So again, I'm Tyler Rogers, Coach Kip Burdett. This is 2024 West Lawrence High School Football Coaches Show.
Hey, I'm Perry at Williamson's Bakery. For 60 years, my family's bakery has supported area athletic programs. And I would like to personally thank you for supporting us. And I'd also like to say, go Irish, go Falcons, go Raiders, and go Crusaders. Come in today for all your bread needs, your pies, your donuts, and all your birthday cakes. If you'd like to do a special order, give us a call at 272-3344. Check us out on Facebook as well. So if you need a special order for a tailgate, give us a call the day before. We'd love to take care of you. So call or come by today. We're located at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, or you can call us at 478-272-3344, or you can catch us on Facebook. Williamson's Bakery, waking and baking since 1965.
I didn't choose this line of work. It chose me. Those days when it seems impossible to get everything done are the days I live for. It's my passion. If you do what you're passionate about every day, you'll never work a day in your life.
Hi, I'm Greg Carter with Shamrock Honda Kawasaki CF Moto. Come check out our full lineup of ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. We serve Dublin, Lawrence, and Central Georgia areas, and we'd love to serve you.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.